What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club. Yeah.
We are the original weird niggas from the basement.
It's your boy Haran Hargrave. Stay tuned for another episode of RTS Spotlight.
Shout out to Respect the Shooters. They owe me $100 for that drop. Salute.
A lot of niggas say they your friends, man, but don't support shit you do. Don't get no money with you. I guess me and my niggas just different. I've been getting money with my team. I just wanna see all my niggas win. Ayy, feeling like I make them chasing dreams. And for my squad, I just want one thing. I want my niggas to win. I want my niggas to win. No, we making hella bands. Cup in the corner with friends. I want my niggas to win. I want my niggas to win. Everybody diamonds dancing. Everybody got mansions. Came from days in the basement. Me and my niggas ain't had shit. Not a dollar in my pocket, that was tragic. Started ballin' like Jordan, we came upon the law. My niggas, we made it go, get more guns, get more dough. We came up from nothing, had to turn nothing to something. Now we only interview with no curtains, zipping on Prometheus and feel it working. All my niggas living lavish, all this money never had this. Money harder than a bad bitch, do say pull up in the M6. We had to grind hard, started from the back. Blink my nigga ASAP and he started hustle hats. Blink my nigga Swagger, you know he rep TBP. And I'ma be a monster nigga, that's just who I be, yeah. I've been getting money with my team. I just wanna see all my niggas win. Ayy, feeling like I make them chasing dreams. And for my squad, I just want one thing. I want my niggas to win. I want my niggas to win.
What up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of RTS Spotlight. Today I'm joined by a super dope group. I have 3 people on my stage today, which is super nice. Hello.
Hello.
OGWN in the building.
You already know.
Yes.
So like I told you guys before I start the interview, I don't see you as a group. I see you as individual artists. So let's start with you. What's your name, hon?
My name is Kyrell Palmer, but my stage name is Diverse Concept.
Cool. Okay. And how long have you been an artist?
I've been an artist for basically all my life.
Yeah.
But I would say as far as like a music artist, I've probably been a music artist for a collective of 5, maybe 6 years, on and off.
So what are your top 3 things that you enjoy doing off the top of your head?
Drawing,
Yeah.
sleeping, smoking.
Definitely smoking. Yes. What's your name?
My real name is Matthew Monroe, but my artist name is Superlative Sane. Superlative meaning the best and sane meaning to bless.
Nice. How'd you come up with that name?
Him and I were a part of a music group prior to this group, and it was called Superlative Reasoning, and my name then was Sane, which means to bless. So once we disbanded that group, I just kept the superlative aspect because I felt like it added a lot to my personal personality.
Right. Now, where are you from?
I was born in England, but I was raised in Queens, different parts of Queens, and now I live in Long Island.
Wow. When did you move here from England?
I moved from England when I was 1. We moved to Jamaica very briefly, and then we moved to America, and then I kind of just grew up in America. I just grew up in like Queens and like different areas of Queens.
Okay. Do you like chocolate?
It depends on if there's something inside of the chocolate, like Reese's. I could eat Reese's, but like plain Hershey's, nah.
Not even with almonds?
Not my style. I'm not an almond person, you know. I'm chill. I'm low key.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
What's your name, hon?
My real name is Josh, and my stage name is J. Jules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hella funny. Listen, give him his time.
Nah, he had the deep voice.
Excuse me.
He got the smooth and sexy for us. So
Word.
let him rock
Told
out.
you.
He's bringing something else to y'all group.
He is. He got a sexy voice.
How long have you been doing music for?
All my life, I mean, my parents had a music business when I was growing up, teaching range of different instruments. And over time, I started, through school, doing talent shows, playing the piano, and
Dope.
stuff like that.
So you play piano. Do you play any other instruments?
A little bit of guitar, and I played saxophone in 6th grade to 8th.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Are you looking to learn anything else in your career?
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm a music producer, so like
Okay.
learning as many instruments as possible is like something I would definitely want to do over time. And just like see what I can master and use it within my production.
Right. Now, in this day and age, though, are you like a fan still? Because you grew up with instruments, so you know what real music sounds like.
Right.
I tell people, like, I can't distinguish the little Uzis in certain people just because I like to listen to instruments. I want to see that performance on a stage with a live band. Do you feel like you go in the studio and that's really important to you, or are you more like a put it together as you go?
My thing is that whatever makes the sound, if it's a good song, no matter what, it's a good song.
Right.
So of course, I love live performance. Like there's a couple of songs that I have and we have that's just like, it's made through, software and technology and stuff, but along with a live band, it brings life to the music.
Right.
So that's something that you don't really get from, made stuff and from production.
Dope. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you guys.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Now, you guys were a group right before him.
Yeah.
He's new to the group. Okay, so tell me a little bit about who you guys were before you guys met him.
You want to start?
You can start.
All right. Before we became OGWN, like I said before, we were Superlative Reasoning. From like 2011, me and him, we met in college. We all met in college.
What college did you guys go to?
City Tech, New York City College of Technology.
Okay.
We met through a mutual friend who kind of just said,
Just up and dumped me next to him.
Yeah, she kind of just
I
like
left class with her,
dumped
just
him next
walked
to
her
us.
to the cafeteria. She sat down, seen him. He was like, "Oh, making music." I was like, "All right, cool. Minding my business. I don't know you." He's like, "All right, okay, I'm out. Deuces." Got up and walk away. Now I'm here at the table, freshman, don't know nobody. This random guy here.
It was kind of awkward at first, but then we realized that, oh, you sing, that's cool, I sing too. And then we was just like, oh, you rap, oh, I rap too.
Nice.
Let's do it, let's work together. And we kind of just been like,
From there,
yeah,
it's just been like little YouTube videos of us singing. Like that's what we really started off with.
We started off with like singing YouTube covers of different people's songs, like Trey Songz, Neo. We did a lot of Neo.
Nice.
We actually had a video that passed over 2,000.
Actually, we had a video that
like a
passed
week
over
or
6,000.
Even better.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's how we started, and then throughout the years, we kind of just kept making music. We had like 4 mixtapes
Okay.
prior to us meeting J. Jules here, and then
Around the third
mixtape,
is
though,
when I had taken a hiatus from music because my grandfather had passed away.
Okay.
And his main thing with me was, it was an eye-opener, like, all right, bet. I love music, but at the same time, let me just knock the school thing out the way, because I know that's something that my grandfather would have wanted me to do.
Respect.
But at the same time, I didn't want to just leave him high and dry because I was his partner.
Right.
I'm like his hype man at every show we go to. So like my way of making up to that for him was I started shooting his videos.
yeah, I started doing this like the solo route, doing like my solo music, but I wanted to keep him along with me. So like every project that I did as a solo artist, I made sure he had at least 1 or 2 songs on it. He shot the majority of my music videos, if not all of my music videos at that time. And then once he was done with school, he was just like, yo, bro, I want to get back into this music thing, but I'm having my doubts or whatever. I was like, yo, just come, let's put out a tape and see what happens.
Because, like being on the sidelines, just watching him do all this stuff and seeing him grow at the same time was like, deep down inside, I was like, damn, I know I could be there with him. But it's like, you also had that conflict of responsibility that I had to take care of. But like, once that was out the way, yo, Matt, let's work on some shit ASAP. That's exactly how it went.
And like from there, we just started meeting up, banging out songs, writing songs. And then we put out a mixtape in the beginning of 2016 called Dark Suns. And we were just like, so after
that was like us rebranding our image, because with our first 3 mixtapes that we had prior to Dark Suns, it was just, you could tell we were just having fun. Yeah. We didn't have no type of direction. We didn't really know what we was doing. We just did music just to make music, just to be like, yo, I'm a music artist. Yeah. But over time, we started to put more of like a concept into our music, more of a theme and everything like that. We really started like becoming more strategic about how we were promoting ourselves and whatnot.
Nice.
And then we kind of were like, well, if we branding ourselves now and we coming up with all these concepts and all of this stuff is going on, we kind of need a new name for ourselves. We can't go by that old name because my cousin was in the old group. It's just us now, so it's like we gotta start fresh.
Too.
Yeah,
superlative reasoning. Every time we went to shows, people were like superlative, super laxative.
To this day, people still call me superlative. I'm like, really, y'all? But from there, we were just like, let's come up with a new name. So my close high school friend, Chris Courtney, he was just like, yo, he used to tag OGWN within everything. And we were just like, yo, what does that even mean? He goes, yo, it could mean whatever you want it to mean.
Right.
Like, y'all are original. Y'all just do what y'all want to do. Y'all rap about things that normal people don't rap about. Y'all talk about things that people don't talk about.
Right.
So we just like, all right, so we just gonna be the original weird niggas because we're kings, we're royalty. Like at the end of the day, we're weird. We talk about anime and video games in our music because that's what we love to do.
Right.
That's what we love to watch. That's what we love to do in our spare
That's
time.
our culture. That's what we cater to.
Exactly.
So why sit here and just put on a
we're
new front?
original.
Right.
So that became our name, Original Weird Niggas. And then like in the year of like the end of 2016, that's when I met Jay Jules. We kind of just met in our school cafeteria, and he was just making a beat. But I think he could take over that story.
Dope.
Yeah.
So they met you in the caf.
Right.
And you were sitting in the caf making a beat.
Right.
This is you.
Nice. So basically, I had met Matt in a few classes, one class before, and throughout the years. But yeah. So basically, the story is I went to Chipotle to get a burrito, and when I came back and I ate my burrito, I finished it and everything like that. I was like, I wanted to wipe my hands off, but there was no napkins in the bag.
Okay.
So I was like, it's some bull. So I sat there with my laptop and I just started making a beat, and I was gonna make a song about
Were your hands still dirty?
No, I had to go into the cafeteria and got a napkin over there, but why should I have to do that? So
bougie.
So
that's what he paid for.
Exactly.
Right.
So I was sitting there working on a beat on my laptop, and then all of a sudden Matt comes over and he's like, yo, what are you working on? So I'm working on this beat, this song, because they didn't put no napkins in my bag.
And I heard that beat, and I was just like, yo, this beat is fire.
It was fire.
This beat is fire. And he gave us his SoundCloud, and I went through the beats, and I'm like, these beats aren't as fire, but they good. And that's what I kind of brought to him.
Right.
And he was, at first he was just like, all right, this is cool. But then I played the Napkin song for him, and he was just like, nah, this is kind of fire. This is actually really fire. And
even still though, yeah, he didn't hear any of my recent stuff. Because I stopped posting on SoundCloud because a friend told me not to post constantly, so I stopped. But he actually bumped into each other on the train, and I was like, yo, I got some stuff for you here, and then I played him some more music, and he was like,
I was going crazy on the train. I was like freestyling and just like, oh my God, this is so fire. So like then he made a beat for me, and it was titled Cruising. Okay. And I went to his studio for the first time, and we just were like creating, and I think I was there till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was so bad because I was still new to I've been working with some artists, but when you work with somebody new, it's always like you're trying to impress them.
Yeah.
So that first song, Cruising, I was sitting there, and then I was trying to make this beat, but it just wasn't clicking for me.
And then
he
I
started
ended up falling asleep.
I was like,
I felt so bad. I ended up falling asleep.
I was like, damn, no.
He's like, damn, he's not gonna like this beat. It sucks. Oh my God.
I was like, should I just tell him you believe me? I'm sorry.
Wow.
But when he woke up, he was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, he was just like, he added some drums and some 808s. I was just like,
he just needed you to be sleeping.
yeah, I feel like he just needed to work on his own time. It wasn't a couple minutes. It wasn't a couple minutes. It was a couple hours.
Wow.
And then he made some fire beat, and I think the next time I went to his house, I had recorded something to it. I recorded a hook and I recorded a verse, and then I brought it to him, and he was just like, bruh,
And
this is it.
you know what's the funny thing about it all? I've had classes with him like probably 4 to 5 times throughout my college career, and we've always said, oh, you make music? I bet. Let's make music together. Never did it. It took him to get all 3 of us together.
It takes that. It took y'all to run into each other on the train.
Yeah.
It took Chipotle to mess up, and now
Word.
you need
No
napkins.
napkins in the bag.
Right.
Yo, for real.
That's amazing when you think about it.
It's crazy how the universe works out.
But
Everything's
that's why
supposed to be where they're supposed to
I pay attention
be.
to groups because it takes a lot of talent to be able to work with other people, for one. And 2, to find a balance with sharing your creativity because that's the most precious thing that we have as creative people. You don't want to let somebody in your space.
That's a fact.
And you sure don't want to have somebody telling you, oh, change it like this or put it like this. So, I mean, the vibe you guys have seems to be very, very strong. And the way you guys met, like, you can't knock that.
That's not coincidence.
It's genuine.
You can't knock that. Even the way y'all just came up, like, you can't knock that.
Yeah.
Now, what I heard from you guys, too, you have an array of talents. Top 3, starting from the most important, because I hear that you're artists, for one, producing, photography, filming. What would you represent yourself as, most importantly, as an artist, do you think?
Top 3?
Top 3. Most important.
Most important, I would say illustrator.
Yeah?
For the fact that my father is he paints murals in Jamaica and in Paris and whatnot, so I feel like that's a part of me that I have to keep intact.
Definitely.
Then definitely musician.
Okay.
For the fact that growing up, my mother, she used to rap as well. She almost got signed actually, which is funny. But like just always being around that type of environment, that's what always like pushed me into that type of vibe. That was my outlet for everything. And then I would have to say for a third one, even though I probably wouldn't call this a talent since I don't do it anymore, I would say skateboarding.
It's a talent.
To me, skateboarding, I was like, whenever shit just wasn't going right, hop on my board, just skate. And it's like I'm in my own barrier away from the world. It's like an escape from shit. And that also helped me write, too. For the fact, like, while I'm just cruising on my skateboard, it's like my mind was clear. So I would say those are, like, my top 3 main traits as an artist.
Impressive.
Thank you.
I would have to agree.
Skipping to you first. I want to know your importance because you do major producing, but also you have a backing with your parents. You said they came up, so I'm pretty sure they weren't mad when you started doing music. How does that influence what you do? You're more open to it, you know what I mean? You have support, definitely.
Well, it's my mother now due to a catastrophic illness with my father.
Okay.
But yeah, she's been my backing through it all. Like once I started really doing the music production once I came across GarageBand in high school. And I was like, oh shoot, I can, because I never had like a band to play music with or anything.
Yeah.
Then I found out that I could just do something with an instrument here and do that, put them together, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I got like addicted to it, and so I just kept creating over and over. And then around like the beginning of college, that's when I moved on to Logic, and I started to create songs and writing and all that stuff. And then my mother sees this, and so she wants to support me, and so she eventually got me keyboards, a microphone, and that helped me to start working with other artists. And I would say my full support is just with everybody I work with. I get inspiration from everybody, and everybody helped me grow to the level I'm at now. Without that, because everybody brings their own thing to the table, and teach me how to mix and dealing with singers and all that and rappers, and it's amazing just working with that many people. But you know.
Right, dope. How about you? What would you represent yourself as an artist? Because you do a lot as well.
Yeah. Aside from music first, I would definitely say photography. One, it helps put food on my table, but besides like the monetary aspect of it all, like I genuinely love the art of photography because it gives you an opportunity to literally stop time. Yeah. Like you can stop time while not really stopping time. It kind of gives you like a superpower, and you can like capture whatever moment is going on at that exact decisive moment, and you could just capture it and hold that forever. And I feel like as an artist, I think that's really cool that you can do that and then portray those images like kind of forever, as long as you want, as long as you want to keep creating them. I would also say as a songwriter, I've recently been getting more and more into songwriting because out of all 3 of us, like they kind of always clown me on it too. Like whenever we have a song to do,
we have 5 verses
I'll,
in a day.
I'll have a like he just gave me a verse. Yes, he just gave us a song yesterday, and I hit him with the I got my verse done.
10, 20 minutes later.
And it's not even one. It's like 5 different versions. Each of them are different, just in case we don't like one. I bet. So try this one. I bet. How about this one? I bet. How about this one? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like I'm that guy. So like I've recently been getting like more and more into songwriting.
Okay.
And then also I would have to say as a singer, because like even before like I started rapping or anything, like I was always singing with my mother.
Right.
Like my mother's a singer, my sister's a singer. I grew up singing in church. I always listened to a lot more R&B than I would hip hop. Even now, like I would say the people that I listen to more are more singers than rappers. And it's a lot easier to find like melodic sounds as a singer than as a rapper. Because like different rappers have different styles. You have your monotone rappers, you have your melodic rappers, your auto-tune rappers. But then like once you add the singing aspect of it, it allows you to like really expound on the melodies and the harmonies of like the different ways you can go with a song or with just with any type of beat or anything like that.
You guys like are totally different. Like your brains are super creative. I don't even know how you guys can like sit in a studio together and make a song. How do you level out all of your uniqueness? Well, you just chill. You look like you just be like, listen.
He be with whatever. Yeah, he like listen, as long as it's helping me out get better, as long as it's helping us get out better, as long as it's productive and progression, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Like
with us, we kind of know our boundaries.
We're yin and yang.
True.
Yeah, him and I are like literally
yin and yang.
yin.
We balance each other out. Yeah, like
nice.
he knows when it's something that I'm not gonna like. He knows I'm gonna say something about it. And in the same with him, like we have that type of connection where we don't hold each other's tongues.
Yeah.
Granted, we may be upset where we probably want to fight each other, but at the end of the day, we know we still have this common goal. We still bros. Like, you know, this person just in their feelings just for this moment. I bet. That's how you feeling? I'll talk to you tomorrow. Leave it like that.
Word.
But to answer your initial question, like how do we stay on track when we're in the studio and whatnot, we plan. We plan, and then we have a manager that comes into play as well who really helps us stay on track with stuff. Because as you see, we're very animated. We joke around and all this stuff and whatnot. But whenever it's time for us to go to the studio, because the studio's in Queens Village. That's where that's at his house. That's where he lives.
Okay.
He lives in Long Island.
So like I'm not too far from
Coney
him.
Island.
He lives in Coney Island.
Yes,
so he travels the farthest out
every
of all
Sunday.
of us.
Disgusting.
So it's like whenever we're going
manager.
there, it's like we make sure like we get our list of stuff done. Then I bet we can have fun.
Right.
Yeah. Which is usually how it is. We get everything out the way business-wise. We have our meeting. We do our rehearsals and everything. And then he'll throw on a beat and be like, all right, let's figure out what we're going to do with this beat. All right, this is the concept. All right, next time we come in, we're going to have something written to it. We might have a hook, or we might have, somebody might have a verse, or 2 people might have a verse.
Very productive.
Yeah, that's how we kind of
Because like every time we come in, somebody has something else to add to it.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we're just starting back off from the last week when we met. Like it's always progression. Like that's the main thing we focus on is progression within the team together. Because we, like you said, we all individually we're different. We all have different traits and whatnot. But if you put it all together, it's like it's a moving car for the fact that we all got parts of the engine to keep it running.
Yeah.
I like that analogy.
Was it hard picking a manager?
Not at all.
No?
He's actually one of our close friends.
He's
like
my godbrother.
He's his godbrother.
I've known him since.
And I met him through him.
Okay.
So like it was like an instant click. It was just like, all right, cool. This is what you're doing? Cool. I trust you.
Yeah, because like, everybody met on a friendship level first.
Yeah.
Before any type of business came into this at all. And it's like, he's my godbrother, and I met him in South Carolina because I moved around a lot as a kid.
Okay.
And you know, when he moved up here, whatnot, he stayed with me for a bit, and I introduced him to all my friends and whatnot. So you know, my family is your family. Yeah, after that, then I know they started hanging out with him more than they hanging out with me and whatnot. But you know, in the end, he came around because I told him the vision that me and Matt had, that we was doing music prior, and you know, when we was doing it before, we was just doing it, whatever. Right. We came up to him, was like, yo, we believe that, like, we noticed we need somebody to keep us structured and on track when it comes to getting stuff said and done. At the fact that, for one, you like 6 feet. Nobody gonna come up and be mad with
Big
you.
dude.
2,
Nobody gonna press you.
2, you level-headed, and then 3 is like everybody
Nice.
respects you. So at that type of
That's all you need.
exactly, you get what I'm saying? Like that's the
good
best type
combo.
of combination for a group like us of young individuals who keep trying to go far away just to try new stuff and then try to bring it back just to see what we can make out of it.
And he always, even from when we were doing music from before, he always had like, listen, you guys have a lot of potential, you guys have a lot of talent. Let me know when y'all are ready though, cause y'all not ready. But let me know when y'all are ready. And
He's the reason I freestyle.
Yeah. And
Like, when I moved up
he's
here, he hit me up every day. Yo, did you freestyle? Yo, did you freestyle? Yo, I need to hear a freestyle. I'll be like, oh my gosh, to the point I was
That's how
ignoring
you
his
get
calls.
there.
And being around him,
it
I
works.
asked him, like, I never used to freestyle. I'm a
Yeah,
songwriter.
he's getting pretty good.
And like, and just being around these guys, I've been freestyling a lot more. Like, I'll freestyle a whole song now, just by being around these guys, being around the manager, having dope beats to like go off of from this guy. So
You guys have like reached a point though that you're creative. You're in different aspects, and I feel like you could honestly do anything. Like,
that's kind of
you
like
have
what
to
we're
really-
trying to
yeah,
do.
you have to start to think,
That's the
like,
whole
wait a
image.
second,
We're not
what
trying to
is-
keep ourselves
what
boxed
can I
into
not
just
do?
like we're not trying to keep ourselves just
Exactly.
boxed into like one genre of anything.
Don't.
Like we working on soul music, we working on some modern day hip hop,
That is
we working on
music.
some throwback hip hop, because we're like we realize that a lot of the industry and a lot of the people, they always want you to stay in one lane. And we're like, we're artists in general. We're
Yes.
musicians and
gotta be
artists in
creative.
general. Why can't we just do anything we want?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we don't let none of that extra talk like hold us back from really trying to accomplish anything that we trying to do.
Right. You guys are what this industry needs, though. I feel like a lot of young rappers feel like, well, how am I not supposed to rap about drugs and alcohol and sex? That's all I know. That's how I grew up. That was my grind. That was my hustle. But there are creative people out here that have traveled around the world, have moved like you guys have moved, that have, you know, a background in music and stuff like that. Got a god brother that's gonna text you like, yo, freestyle every day. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need someone to expand your mind even further. And you guys are definitely, I can truly say, I haven't met too many groups. I cannot say I've met too many substantial groups in this industry. But on top of that, do you guys see yourselves being independent artists in the future? Because it doesn't seem like you guys are locked in, like, yo, we a group, yo, we Destiny Child, we not breaking up. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys are very open to other opportunities. So do you
Definitely.
see yourself being independent artists that have to hit each other up?
By all means, bro.
Yeah.
To answer your question, that's the plan.
That's the plan?
That's the plan. The name OGWN, Original Weird Niggas, that's our umbrella.
Okay.
As you said, we do a lot of things. Like, for example, we have a song called Videographer. Within that whole song, we're not talking about just rap it or we're telling you what we do.
Nice.
That we shoot videos, we do graphics, we do illustrations, we do photography. Like, that's the whole purpose of OGWN. It's just an umbrella to show that we're creative, collective individuals. But at the same time, we're not trying to stay within one within one lane. If you have a talent that could open the door for more shit that's going to relate back to the group, by all means, do it. But our main thing that we really focus on, which really stops us from like butting heads or whatnot, is that we communicate with one another.
Yep. It's
You know
all
what
about
I'm saying? Like, that's
communication.
really the main thing right there that keeps us all like, I bet this is a brotherhood, this is it till we die. But if you're gonna do something, I bet, do you? Just let me know.
Yeah. Right. Because like we each, like you were saying, like we're a group, and in my opinion, we always gonna be a group.
Right.
But we all each still do our own individual thing. Like he still like works with a bunch of other artists while still working on his own music. He still writes for a lot of like songs that we're doing, but he's also working on his own music. I'm still a solo artist, but I'm also a part of this collective. Right. So like we all doing our own thing, but like we know what our main goal is. Our main goal is to see what is the outcome of everything that we doing. Like to see the end of the line, you know what I'm saying?
See how far you can take
yes,
it,
exactly.
yeah.
See how far we could ride
See
this
how
car.
powerful you guys could be.
Yeah.
Because with creativity, it just comes power.
Yup.
It's just like you
Yup.
guys have like, have you guys ever seen the movie Lucy?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't really like the ending, but I love the
Yeah.
movie in
wanted to
general.
see
It's up for debate. Long story short,
You didn't see
she
Scarlett
uses
Johansson
like
was a
all of
badass,
her
basically.
brain capacity,
I know the story of it. I just didn't
and
see it.
it's awesome.
It's
So
really
you should
good.
probably watch
I seen like half of
Damn
it.
it,
I
until
forgot
you
to
see
go
the
back.
end.
we
Yeah.
can't talk about it fully.
No, y'all can
Yeah.
spoil this. How long it's been out now? Come on.
Nah,
This
we
ain't
gotta
Black
save it. It ain't
Panther.
the same thing. I ain't see it yet.
Ooh.
You see? Now that's something you can't spoil.
But I also am in one of those I'll get it on DVD type black folks.
I don't blame you,
feel you.
sister. It already
I'ma
made more
buy
than
it.
enough money.
I'ma support.
It made money.
But at my crib.
Now,
Way
what's
too
your
many people.
upcoming stuff now? Your upcoming music? I seen a couple videos from you guys, but what do you guys? You have any shows coming up? What's going on?
We have a show tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
I don't remember the information. He might know the information, but
I don't know what I'm talking about.
okay,
We'll have your
our
info up,
manager,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
our manager
we'll
knows
hit
the
the manager.
information. But we have a show coming up on the tomorrow.
Okay.
I have a show that I'm going to be performing at with him on the 22nd.
Dope.
Right now we're still pushing our EP.
We have 2 music videos, well, three
music videos
in the
possible,
works right
in the
now.
works right now.
2 of them are going to be coming from our upcoming EP, which was released on February 2nd. It's
Where
called
can
The
we find that?
Weird Invasion.
That's on
Spotify,
every music platform.
iTunes, Tidal.
Weird
Just look it
Invasion.
up.
Check it out.
Look
Check
up
it out.
Original Weird Niggas, and
Okay.
it should pop up. It's the
Yeah.
only
How do
thing
we spell
cover
the
art.
niggas?
NEGUS.
Okay.
And it's a comic book type of cover art created by us as well.
He drew everything,
This guy.
illustrated everything, created the comic
guys
book
are
cover
amazing.
art.
Try to
Amazing.
give people
The Migos
credit.
better watch out.
I mean, I'm saying.
Do you spit bars?
Yes, he does.
He does.
No,
I write
don't-
bars.
don't-
I
You write bars.
I write bars.
So you spit bars in your brain, but you don't spit them out
No,
loud.
no. When he spit out loud, it's something
Start
next.
texting him.
It's something
one.
next.
So, freestyle.
Start texting
Facts.
him.
Freestyle.
I'm not, I will spit a written.
Next time you on here, we gonna have to hear like a 16 or something.
That's a
Okay.
fact, bro.
So better hope y'all don't catch you before then. That's something.
Vinny
I'm
on.
waiting for it.
I do glitch.
That's
Oh,
it.
word.
Where can we find you? Shout out your Instagram and all your.
My
shenanigans.
Instagram is JYJWLZ.
Cool.
Take out the A's and the E's, that vowels out of J Jules. And,
I see.
yeah.
Nice. And you?
Superlative sane. That's a long word. Superlative _ sane. Superlative _ SAIN.
That's a good way to tell people how to put
Superlative.
it. Yeah.
I mean, just spell it out.
makes
How I
A
say
little
it.
easier. How about yours?
Diverse with the Z,
Okay.
then _ concept, but with the K.
You guys are gonna be something. I'm like very picky in this industry, and I don't say much to people, and my team knows that. But you guys are like, you guys are actually different. You guys
strive for
are
that
gonna
difference.
be amazing. So
you.
we're
Thank
on
you.
board. RTS supports you. I support you, and it was dope having you guys.
It was
Appreciate
dope
it.
being here. We appreciate
You guys
it.
can go find them, go check them out, go to the show tomorrow. If you can see this before tomorrow, OGWN is in the building. RTS Spotlight.
It's lit.
That's cool.
Oh,
About Pokemon, that's my shit. You got the Pokeball on still? I got the Pokeball.
yeah.
It's in my bag over
That's
there.
my word. That's my word.
Wind Waker.
So we have a special question for OGWN right now. Do you guys know about Nintendo?
Of course we do. It's on my keychain.
Atari.
I have a
stayed up.
keychain
I got a
with
DS
a with
in
an
my bag.
NES controller on it.
Pokemon.
I also
Pokemon
have my
Ultra
DS
Sun,
in
the
my
latest
bag.
one.
When was the last time you guys played these games?
Yesterday. I play my Pokemon every day.
That's a fact.
I play my
That's
Pokemon
loyalty.
every day.
Like the new one coming out for the Switch soon. That's the only
It's
reason I'm
gonna,
buying the Switch.
ooh, that game gonna be amazing. My little brother just got the Nintendo Switch. All he plays is Link. All he plays is Legend of Zelda,
Legend of Zelda.
Mario Kart.
All he plays is Link.
All he does is play Legend of Zelda. Yo, don't talk to this man about Legend
Yeah,
of Zelda.
that's his shit right there,
He'll
boy.
be like, it's not called Link. It's
He
called
would
Legend
dead pull
of
your card if
Zelda.
you do something wrong.
Your video game cards are
Fuck
revoked.
I
your
can
Link
see y'all
card.
playing video games.
Definitely.
Well, that's OGWN, and they're artists, and they play Nintendo.
It's lit. That's a wrap.
That was awesome.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
guys for coming.